as an adult protective services where we make sure everybody's doing okay and we protect people that we think might be in danger or something. And I received a well-being checklist from the police department about your fall, and so by law I'm supposed to come and check on you within 10 days. So that's why I'm here.
All right, well, I'm fine. I don't need help. Go away.
Well, Mrs. Raymond, can we just talk for a few minutes? Right here, I don't have to come inside. I just want to talk to you to make sure you're okay.
I guess I'll talk to you if you promise to not make me leave my apartment.
I'm not here to make you leave. I'm here because you fell, and we want to make sure you're safe. And that, if we can put something in place to help you not fall again, or
Okay.
have something in place in case you do fall again, you have help available to you. That's all we're here for. We just want to make sure you're safe.
Okay, I guess I will talk to you.
Okay, thank you. I have a confidentiality and intake form here. I would like you to sign. It's just about my well-being check with you, and it's about the confidentiality, like with HIPAA, where I'm not allowed to talk to anybody about your problems, or what you tell me today is completely confidential, unless you give me permission in writing to give it to somebody else. So if you want to sign this form, if you understand it, that would be fine.
Okay, that sounds good.
Okay, here's my, Miss Raymond, here's my intake form and my confidentiality. Everything all combined together, so everything you say is going to be confidential. And like I said, nothing's going to be, I can't tell anybody what you said unless you give me permission in writing. So I'm just going to start your intake form. Can I have your address?
1840 First Street, Massillon, Ohio. 44646.
How long have you lived in this apartment?
For 40 years.
40 years. That's a long time.
Yep,
You probably have a lot of memories here.
I do.
That's good. So, you showed me your bathroom, and I seen the bars, and that you're quite right that you're safe, and everything, so. But I do have a problem, I like your kitchen, and everything looks really nice, and I see that you do a lot of baking, so I imagine you love baking, and
I do.
that's how you do all your pastime. But I noticed the papers on top of the stove.
I don't see a problem with it.
I know, but there is a safety issue.
But I
with the
bake, I don't
I
cook
know.
on the top of the stove.
And, once again, there is a safety issue, because what if they caught on fire? And with that, and plus the radiator, there's papers all around that, and do you have a plan to be able to get out? If there was a fire in your kitchen, do you have a plan?
No, I'm not too worried about it. I don't think anything's gonna happen.
And if you've been in an apartment complex, it's a real safety issue for the other residents that live in the other apartments, because what if their apartment caught on fire, would they be able to get out?
I don't know. I don't see a problem. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I do see that you're quite safe with your falls and everything, and you do have something in place. And then, so I think, but I think I am going to have to call the health department. By law, I'm obligated, if I see something that's a danger, I have to call them and let them know. And they'll come out and do a report and everything, just to make sure everything is safe for you and for the other residents. But we just want to make sure that you're safe, and that there's a plan, for you to get out of the apartment in case something were to happen. We just want to make sure you're safe. And
Right.
so, do you have any children?
Yeah, I have one daughter.
Would she be willing to come out and help you?
I don't want her help.
You don't want her?
Mm-mm.
I know,
She's busy.
I know, and I know you're probably worried about keeping your stuff safe and all that, but
Yeah.
Do you belong to any churches or clubs or anything that could help you?
I haven't went to church in about 5 years, so no, not really.
No?
I just kind of hang out here.
So, you know, because we can try to find you some help to try to get the apartment cleaned up and cluttered to keep it safe. That way, you know, when the health department comes, we can say we have a plan and action to implement, you know, for you to be safe and for the other residents in the apartment to be safe.
Well, what's going to happen if the health department doesn't think I'm safe?
They'll probably talk to your landlord and there's a possibility of you being evicted, you know, just because of safety, because the health department is really worried if, you know, they care about the safety and everything, and
Okay.
it's just important,
Well, I don't want to be evicted,
right,
so I guess we could go ahead and do that.
Okay, well, thank you. I will put that down on my report, that you are safe with your bars in the bathroom, and then that we'll try to find some help to implement you to help with the apartment and everything like that. Did you want to sign my form now? I wrote down all the information that you gave me, and then down here is a confidentiality clause, just showing you, you know, that we're not going to give out any more information unless you want to.
All right, I'll sign it.
Thank you very much. Okay, before I leave, I need to ask you, can we set up another appointment maybe later, you know, 2 weeks from now maybe,
Yeah, that's
after
fine.
the report is found? And so this is our follow-up appointment. I will leave this information with you, with my phone number and everything. So that way, if you have any questions, feel free to call me, or if something comes up, no matter what, I'm here to help you. So just give me a phone call and let me know, and we'll do whatever we can to help you.
All right, sounds good.
So 2 weeks from now at 1 o'clock,
Yeah, that works.
Tuesday, then at 1 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All
Well,
right.
thank you for allowing me in your home, Miss Raymond.
Thank you.
I really appreciate you cooperating with me, and like I said, we'll do anything we can to help you.
All right, see ya.
Thank you. See ya.
Hi, Mrs. Raymond. How
Hi.
are you?
I'm okay, thank you.
How are you doing? We haven't
Good.
seen each other in a couple weeks.
Yes.
How do you like this cold weather?
I don't like it at all. It's really too cold.
Well, I kind of like it cold here and there,
Right.
you know. I'm a cold winter person, but anyway, you're doing well.
Yeah, I'm doing fine. I'm just a little bit stressed right now.
Oh, you're a little stressed.
Right. I'm afraid I'm going to be kicked out of my apartment. I've lived here for 40 years. I don't want to move. There's no other place for me to go. I love my apartment. So many memories there.
I understand.
Yeah.
And I'm here to help you. We could figure out a solution together.
Good. I hope so, because I really don't want to move. I just love my apartment.
Well, you won't have to leave your apartment, but it needs cleaned up a bit. I received the report from the health department.
Mm-hmm.
I have it right here. And it just says that it needs cleaned up sufficient enough that you're safe and the safety of those around you that are in your apartment as well. The amount of clutter in the apartment is against their regulations
Yeah.
to approve the apartment. And so it's a safety hazard to you again and
I
others.
understand.
So, okay. So we need to implement a plan that we could declutter your apartment and you won't have to leave your apartment, which is what you want, correct?
That's correct, but I don't want nobody coming into my apartment and throwing my stuff out, because I have so many stuff there and so many memories. I don't want people just coming in my apartment tossing stuff everywhere, because, you know, that's my stuff and my memories.
Sure, it sure is. I understand that completely. You'll be in total control of what happens to your possessions. Nothing will be done with your possessions unless you approve it. But again, our goal is to
Right.
clean the apartment up and make sure that you're able to stay there, because you've lived there a long time.
Right.
That's a long time.
Oh, yes, and I think, I don't think it's as bad as the health department is saying. I just think it's a little messy. I just think it just needs a little bit of cleanup, and I think everything would be fine. I don't think I have a problem. I think it's going to be fine.
Yeah, everyone's just concerned about your safety because of the previous fall that you had.
I know.
So that's the goal.
So, but I don't understand why the health department is so worried about all those other people in the apartment complex, It's just my apartment, and I'm not bothering nobody.
Well, I understand that, but the clutter, I'll explain it to you. The clutter that's in your apartment, for one, there is a lot of clutter around heating elements. And that's not safe. It's not safe for you or anyone else, because if there were to be a fire that broke out, because of the clutter, you would find it extremely difficult to be able to get to safety. And so that does affect other people in the building because you're in an apartment. So that's the problem with that. And your apartment is at a greater risk for fire because of the clutter. So as long as there are steps taken and a lot of the clutter is eliminated, then you'll be able to keep your apartment. Does that make sense to you?
I suppose so.
Okay. Do you have a computer?
Yes.
Okay. I have a couple websites that you might be interested in to take a look at in your free time. You might find them interesting, and they might be rather helpful, actually. There is an anonymous self-help group online. It's totally anonymous, and you could go there and, discuss things with individuals that don't know you. And there's also some success stories on there too, of people that have been through the same thing that you have. So if you would like, I would give you those websites.
Okay. I might look into that and see what I think.
That's great. Do you, have you contacted any professional cleaning services as of yet? Have
No.
you looked into that at all?
Not really. I was going to call them next week. I wanted to wait till the report came back to see, what the health department was going to try to make me do.
Right. Well, I can help you with that. I can help you with that as well. There are private professional cleaning services if you were able to afford them. If not, I know of some voluntary organizations that would be more than glad to help you out with your situation, if that's the way you want to go.
I don't know, I guess, I don't have a lot of money to pay for a
Okay.
private, so maybe.
That's fine. That's
Okay.
totally fine. I have a couple organizations in my file that I could give you their phone numbers, and you can call them, or I could call them for you, with you, whatever route you want to go. Would you rather do it on your own, or?
I've never done this stuff before, but, I will give it a try and see.
Okay, great, that's wonderful, and great progress. What day were you planning on calling?
On Monday,
Monday?
yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna note it.
Okay. On Monday, but I'm just really nervous about this.
I understand, I really do. It's not easy to go through something you're going through, but I'm gonna help you walk you through it. And speaking of that, would you like me to refer you to someone that could help you with your nervousness, and maybe someone to talk to while you're going through
I
this?
don't know, I guess so. That would be good.
Okay, I have a couple options. I have a couple counselors in mind. They're excellent in their field, and I think they would help you get through this process greatly. Along with us, of course. You're not going to be alone. And it's strictly confidential. you discuss with your counselor or with me is confidential. But if you would like to have me refer you to someone, that would be great. If you do, then I have a paper that, if you wouldn't mind signing, it's up to you, that would enable me to give whoever you are going to see, whatever counselor you're choosing, would allow me to give them your information of things about your case. And that would kind of alleviate the stress on you of having to go through the whole process
Right.
with someone else again. So if you wanted to sign that, or you don't have to if you don't want to, but it would enable me to discuss your case.
Okay, but I've never seen a therapist before, but I'll give it a try, but if I don't like it, I'm not going back because I've never been to any kind of counseling, so
That's fine.
I just,
Everything is in your
Okay.
control and totally up to you. Here is that paper. You can read it before you sign it if you want to. And I'm just going to make a couple notes.
okay, I want to read my paper first. There you go, I signed the paper, I understand it.
All right, thank you very much. Thanks for doing that. And I will forward that to, like I said, a counselor of your choosing, if you choose to do that. If you don't,
Okay.
that's totally up to you. Now, getting back to your apartment, have you ever considered maybe donating some things to a charity or someone you know?
I have actually, but I just don't know where to start.
I understand.
I used to volunteer at Goodwill years ago, and I loved it, you know, so.
Oh, great. I'm sure you have quite a few things that others could maybe use.
I'm sure I do.
Have you contacted your daughter since our last meeting?
She did come over to see me, and we talked. I was afraid that she was going to try to make me leave my apartment and stick me in an old nursing home, but she told me that she just wants me to get my apartment cleaned up and be safe, and that she wants to help me, so I was surprised.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. All right, as we've discussed, I'm going to go over a few goals with you. The number one goal of yours is to maintain your apartment, correct?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. You're going to contact an organization to help you with the cleanup of your apartment?
Yes, I'm going to try to call the church I used to go to and see if they're willing to help me.
Great, wonderful. And you may make an appointment with a counselor.
Yes.
Okay, great, wonderful. And could we schedule you for another appointment?
Yes, you may.
We'll make it for, how is 2 weeks from now?
2 weeks sounds good.
Okay, and do Tuesdays work for you?
Yes, I do.
Any certain time, morning, afternoon?
1 o'clock is a good time for
1
me.
o'clock, okay. Again, Tuesday at 1 o'clock. And I wish you well in the meantime.
Well,
And it
thank
was
you.
nice seeing you again.
Yes, thank you
Thank
so much
you.
for your help.
Have a nice time.
Hello, Mrs. Raymond. How are you
Hello.
doing?
Fine, how are you?
Good. I'm doing fine. I came today to see how you're doing on your service plan and your
Oh.
goals.
I've talked with the counselor a couple times already.
How did that go?
She asked me a lot of questions, and sometimes it's hard to answer,
Yeah.
but it's going good.
Are you going to talk to her again?
Yes.
Great. It's very courageous of you to talk about things that are hard. Do you feel it helps to talk to her even though some of the things are hard to talk about?
I guess it is difficult sometimes, but yeah, I think it really does help.
That's good. How are you doing with the rest of your plan? The cleaning help, finding an organization to take your stuff?
I don't know about cleaning. I'm afraid that the people who come here are gonna judge me and take over, throwing away stuff that I want, and I won't be able to stop them.
I understand. I understand your fear. Having strangers go through your possessions will be a difficult experience. Can you think of a way to make it more comfortable for you? Is there anyone you would prefer to have help you with this?
I don't know. I don't like to burden my family and friends with my problems. And I would like to have help, but I really don't know.
I know a church organization that would help you clean up and would also has a giveaway closet. That way, you could give it to somebody who really needs it, like you had mentioned before.
I'd like to give some things away to others who need it. I wouldn't mind at all. I need stuff too. I'm afraid that they're gonna make me throw away things that I need. I need stuff too.
Remember that you're in charge of everything that happens. Nothing can be removed from your home without your permission. Can you tell me what we talked about happening because of the health department inspection?
Well, basically, if I don't get my apartment cleaned, I'll be evicted.
You're correct. If you choose to clean your apartment and make it safe, you will be able to stay. If you choose not to clean up the clutter, you may be evicted.
Well, my choice is to clean. Like I told you, the last time we spoke, I've lived there for 40 years. And I don't want to move. I don't want to move at all. I would rather die than move.
I bet you have a lot of friends here.
A few of my neighbors, but I don't really talk to those around me very much. I spend most of my time in my apartment.
Have you talked to your daughter since the
No.
last time you talked?
Mm-mm.
No? I received a call from your daughter. She was concerned about your safety.
I know she's worried about me.
I couldn't give her any information about you. That would be a breach of confidentiality. Do you know what that is?
Yeah, keeping things secret.
Yeah, in a way. We are not allowed to talk about you with anyone without your permission. And I do not have your permission to talk to her. So, would you like your daughter to be able to receive information from us about what's going on with you and your situation?
It'd be okay, but I don't want her to have control over me.
I understand. Signing the release of information form would not give her control over you. This would just be giving permission for her to have information. At this time, I cannot talk to her about you. This is your choice. You do not have to give your permission.
I don't really know yet. I'm still concerned about signing it.
And this is not a problem. You do not have to sign it.
Well, all right, I'll sign it.
Okay.
I'll sign it. I do want her to know what's going on. I just don't want her to have control over me. I still maintain control over my life, but
Yes.
I'll sign the paper. I do
Okay.
want her to know.
I want you to read it and make sure you understand everything that's on here. Again, it's just giving her information, it's giving permission to give her information.
Okay. Okay.
Do you understand okay?
I do, yes.
Okay. So now that we have this signed, I can talk to your daughter about what's going on.
So, what should I do about getting the help cleaning up? I know our last visit I said I would call, I think I said Monday but something came up and I was unable to call, so I do need your help with that.
Okay. Now, we have several places to choose from. There's a church organization that we talked about today, and there are the two volunteer organizations that you were given the information for the last meeting. So, do you have a preference for who would you like to call?
The church.
The
Church
church?
organization, yeah, I'm not a member, but I haven't been to church, and I haven't been to church for a long time. Do you think they would still help me, even though I'm not a member?
Yeah, the church will help all people. You do not have to be a member.
Okay. I miss going to church.
Why did you stop?
Oh, I don't know, it just became harder and harder, and people wanted to come and get me for church or bring me home, and they wanted to socialize, and they wanted to come over and have Bible study, you know, those kind of things, and it was just easier to stop going because I couldn't explain why I couldn't have them in my apartment. So it became rather difficult, but I do miss going.
Maybe with help from this church organization, you'll feel more comfortable in going back to church services.
That would be nice, but I'm still nervous.
Do you think you would be more comfortable if your daughter and maybe the counselor were here when the cleaning occurred?
Maybe. I do want my daughter with me and people around me, but it's still going to be hard. I just, at this point, I really can't imagine giving my stuff up, but I know it has to be done.
That is even more reason to have as much support here with you as possible when it's being done.
Could we call the church now?
Sure, you can use my phone. Here, let me dial it for you. It's ringing.
Hello? Yes, I would like help with cleaning for my apartment.
Hi, Miss Raymond. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good, thanks. How are you?
I'm good. How have the last couple of weeks been?
They've been really good. I must say living in a cleaner apartment has really been a nice experience. I can actually see how much the safety hazards there were now that I don't have them anymore. And I really enjoyed my counselor, the websites you gave me with the self-help groups. It was really good to listen to other people talk about the problems they had, and it was so close to what I was going through.
That's great. I'm so glad to hear that you are still seeing your counselor and using the self-help group as another form of therapy.
The self-help group made me realize that there are people out there just like me, and I don't feel so alone.
That's wonderful, and you're right. You never have to feel alone. How's your relationship with your daughter going?
It's great. We talk all the time now. She comes over and spends time with me here. I don't have to be embarrassed to have her over, and I'm not afraid that she's going to judge me anymore.
That's very good to hear that your relationship with her has gotten that much stronger. You have really come a long way since the first time we have met. I'm very happy about all that you accomplished in this year.
Thank you.
I find you to be very determined, and that's a good strength to have. We made some very attainable goals for you, and you have done so good on reaching all of them, along with using some of the resources I have given you. Do you plan on continuing to use that church resource as a way to help you?
When I need it, I know they're there. They help so much, and they always ask me how I'm doing. And when they see me at church, I also read some of the success stories that they have given me. They're very eye-opening.
I'm glad you like them. You now have your own success story. I do have some good news for you.
Yeah?
The health department reevaluated your apartment and approved it as a safe place to live, so you will not be evicted.
Oh, that's great.
Do you have any goals that you feel you still need to reach?
No, I think I'm doing good and maintaining what I have.
Well, Miss Raymond, like I said before, you have really come a very long way since our first meeting, and you have reached all of your goals. You also reached the biggest goal, which is not being evicted from your apartment. I feel that with the resources I have given to you and your ongoing counseling, that you're probably ready to be discharged.
Really?
Yeah. So what I'm going to need from you is to go ahead and sign this discharge paper, which is basically stating that you have reached all of your goals and that the health department approved your apartment as a safe place to live. And of course, everything we have discussed will remain confidential. All right, Ms. Raymond, I'm so happy for you, and if you ever have any questions or need help with anything, you can always call me.
Thank you. It was nice knowing you.
It was nice to meet you.
Can I come into your apartment to see?
I'm sorry, I have no idea where we're at because I don't have the script. I'm sorry. I don't.
That's okay.
I don't know, I guess, I don't have a lot of money to pay for a
Okay.
private, so maybe.
That's fine. That's
Okay.
totally fine. Cut. What day were you planning on calling?
On Monday,
Monday?
yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna note it. All right. This is where you. Just say
There's gonna be.
in your apartment, correct?
Yes,
Okay, wonderful. And you are going to call a voluntary family and friends with my problems. And I would like to have help, but I really don't know.
Well, when we talked before at the last, previous, sorry.
I think so. That might be okay.
I know of a church, I know of a church organization that would offer you help in cleaning up and also has a gift
do about getting the help cleaning up.
Well, I think you have several choices.
I never made.
Sorry.
I never. Sorry. But I know it has to be done.
That is even more reason to have as much support here with you as possible on when it's being done.
Could we call a church now?
Sure, you can use my phone. Sure, you can use my phone. I'll be here with you. I know this is a big step. You can do it.
Wait a minute. Do I dial the number? Pardon? Oh. Great. Sure. Thank you. Bye-bye. I don't know what to say on this.
I can actually see how it is such a safety hazard before. I also really enjoy my counselor. And the online self-help you told me about has been great. Can you stop? They were really good. I was... good.
Wait.
Really did help reading and hearing about this to other people.
That's wonderful, and you're right. You have. Oh.
Sorry. Yes, the self-help group sorry. Embarrassed to have her over, and I'm not afraid that she's going to judge me anymore.
I'm sorry, I lost my. safe place to live. So you will not be evicted.
Oh, that's great.
Do you have any goals that you feel you still need to approach?
No,
Oh, that didn't make sense.